California is burning. This state's been set ablaze. We can all see it. This is a state on fire. Businesses are fleeing. Families are fleeing. Dreams are being destroyed. Who set this fire? It's the same arsonists who set fires all around the world. Fires that have torched other nations, burned their prosperity down to embers. That fire is the fire of socialism. If you live in a large city in California, chances are there's a street that looks like this near your home. Poverty, homelessness, drug use, desecration. This is not what cities in America are supposed to look like. I was born in Los Angeles in the 1980s. This is not the state of my birth. And I'm not the only one who doesn't recognize California today. Millions of people have left this state in my lifetime. What happened? Why California? California has been described as the crown jewel of America. Songwriter Woody Guthrie called it a paradise, a Garden of Eden. Pioneers got in wagons and used ox to get here and traveled for years to set foot on her soil. When they got here, it was worth the trip. California was rich in natural beauty, rich in resources, rich in land. A huge and powerful and prosperous state. 1850, statehood for California, and the boom was just getting started. After statehood, California had a gold rush, then an oil boom, then an agricultural boom, then Hollywood and the entertainment industry boomed and changed the world forever. Then a tech boom. California has not stopped growing. In fact, doubling its population approximately every 2 decades. Until now. Since 2004, the state of California has seen 5 million people flee the state. 700,000 California residents left the state just last year. This has led to one of the slowest growths of any state in America. The growth rate for California for the last 2 decades has been less than 1%. In Los Angeles County alone, they've seen a decline in births by 17%.
A recent survey of Californians found that over half the state's residents want to leave this state. For millennials, that number spikes to 63%.
The data shows that the vast majority of people wanting to leave California are young people. People who have families, people who are middle to lower income. Why is that? The answer is unanimous. Everything is more expensive in California.
Housing costs in California are double the national average. The average cost of a home in California will set you back nearly $600,000. Yet the median income in California is $75,000. To afford average rent in Los Angeles, you need to make $50 an hour. The average cost of gasoline in California is $1 higher per gallon than the national average.
So why are things so expensive in California? The answer is really simple. The leadership of this state have prioritized government excess over people. They've crushed businesses with regulations, crushed their citizens with high taxes, some of the highest in the country. And that causes people to flee.
60% of Californians say they pay too much in taxes. They're right. California has among the highest taxes in the nation and exact billions in tax revenue from their already struggling residents. The numbers don't lie. Sales tax, 7.25%. Corporate tax, 8.84%. Income tax, 13.3%.
These crippling socialist business regulations have led to a mass exodus of businesses from California. 15,000 businesses have fled California. Can you blame them? Regulatory costs for businesses in California average $135,000 a year. Because of this exodus, California has lost a net 3.8 million jobs. That's a tenth of the state's population.
Poverty in California is the highest in the U.S. Nearly 1 out of 4 Californians live in poverty. California is home to 12% of the country's population, but 34% of the nation's welfare recipients. The downward cycle of poverty in California is directly responsible for the worst homeless crisis in the country. California is home to nearly half of America's homeless population. An estimated 150,000 homeless people live in California, including 10,000 homeless veterans. More tragic still, California leads the nation in unaccompanied young adults experiencing homelessness. There are over 11,000 18 to 24-year-olds who are homeless on the streets of California. The California homeless population is equivalent to all of the homeless populations of these states combined.
California is proof. The promises made by the socialists of equality, of justice, they're lies. This state has been enacting socialist-style policies for decades. And what has it gotten them? The highest income inequality in the nation. So what's left? You have third world conditions like this. You have multi-million-dollar mansions right here, surrounded by mass, crippling homelessness. It is truly third world. This is not what America is supposed to look like. But once you've destroyed your middle class and all of your industries, you have a two-class system. The rich get rich, the elite get more elite, and the rest of us get burnt. The fire of socialism will come for all of us, burn all of us. And once this fire is lit, it's damn near impossible to put it out. It'll burn everything. California is burning. So what happens when there's nowhere to go? When America is a socialist country, a country on fire.